Everyone, so last time we have completed that introductory part of aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acid. In that we have seen that what is meant by that aldehyde, ketones and carboxylic acid, what is the functional group of them and how they are distinguishing between them by the functional group. Okay, so today we are going to discuss that structure of carbonyl functional group. So what is in that aldehyde? As we know that if we consider aldehydes and ketones, both structure I am drawing here. Okay, so in that R to the one side of the carbonyl carbon and to the another side hydrogen is compulsory. In case of ketone, R C double bond O, R is there, means two alkyl or aryl groups are there. Now we are going to discuss the nature of structure of the carbonyl compound, okay, or carbonyl functional group. In that, firstly we should know that in this one carbon is forming double bond with the oxygen, means carbon is sp2 hybridized. First point clear to everyone? What is that point? Listen carefully. In that aldehyde, one side R group is there, another side hydrogen is there. In case of ketone, one side alkyl group, another side is also alkyl group, but possibility of that alkyl group is same or the different will be there. But anyhow, the central carbonyl group, in that carbon is forming double bond with the oxygen. So the hybridization of this carbonyl carbon is sp2. Clear to everyone? Now see, next point. Here we have completed our first point. Second point is that in case of this carbonyl carbon, oxygen having the two lone pairs. Clear? What is that point? Oxygen contains two lone pair of electrons. Clear to everyone? This is the second point. What is the third point? In that we can say that carbonyl carbon. What is the point? This carbonyl carbon forms, as you know that, I think so everyone knows that what is meant by that sigma bond and pi bond. Once again I am telling you, sigma bond which is formed by the axial overlapping, while pi bond formation takes place by the lateral overlapping. So here if we consider this carbonyl carbon, anywhere if single bond is there, it is always sigma bond. If there is a double triple bond, then other than one bond, those are there, these are the pi bond. Now see here this carbon is forming one single bond with the alkyl or hydrogen. This is the another single bond, but here with oxygen it is forming double bond. So out of these two bond, one is the sigma bond. So here I am drawing this structure once again. See here, this is the sigma bond, this is also sigma bond. Out of these two bond, one is the sigma and one is the pi bond. Means here we can say that carbonyl carbon forms three sigma bonds and one pi bond. Clear to everyone? So here from this structure of carbonyl functional group, we have completed 3 points. Okay. Now see, in case of this carbonyl carbon or carbonyl carbon, yes, oxygen, what is the bond between them? As we know that central atom is the carbon, whose atomic number is 6. Its electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p, 2 is there. In that if we consider the ground state, we are saying here, we will see here what is the exact hybridization or how it is taking place. Now see here, ground state 2s2, 2p, 2 is there, means 2s, 2 electron, 2p also 2 electron. Clear to everyone? What will be the excited state? In that we can say that carbon always forms 4 bond because valency of carbon is 4. So there is a migration of 1 electron from 2s to 2p will takes place. So excited state will be 2s 1 electron and 1 electron is shifted to 2p orbital. That's why each one orbital will carry single electron. Clear to everyone? As we know that this carbon is sp2 hybridized, means here 1s and 2p orbitals. What is the point? 1s and 2p orbitals. 2p orbitals undergoes hybridization, or we can say that mixing and recasting, hybridization. So what will happen because of that? See, this one and these two p orbitals get involved in that sp2 hybridization. So here we are getting total 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals, 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals and 1 p orbital. Right now, see here, these 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals are used to form 3 sigma bond. With whom? With one hydrogen or one alkyl group. Second one is the alkyl group and third one is the oxygen. One H or one alkyl group, because there is a possibility of this aldehyde or the ketone. So both for we are going to discuss for the both carbonyl carbon. That's why I am taking here one H or alkyl group, means one hydrogen will be there or one alkyl group will be there, but compulsory another alkyl group and one oxygen. So in this way these 3 sigma bonds are formed by. Now what about the oxygen? Hope so everyone has completed this point. If you are not written, then please take a screenshot and you can complete the write up also. Okay, now see next point. After this one we are going to discuss regarding oxygen or that pi bond. So as we know that oxygen, its atomic number is 8. Its electronic configuration will be 1s2, 2s2, 2p4 will be there. So here oxygen, it always forms the 2 bonds. Okay, so 1 2 1 2 and here 4 electrons are there. Okay, this orbital is used for the sigma bond formation. What about this one? This orbital will used for the pi bond formation. Are you getting my point? Pi bond formation. You will say, what about that, ma'am? 2s and 2p orbital. These orbital which are with the 2 electrons, they are remaining as a lone pair on the oxygen. So here if we observe this structure, in that we can say that one out of these 3 p orbitals, one p orbital is used for the sigma bond formation. Okay, and next one is used for this pi bond formation. And what about this 2s and 2p orbital? They are remaining as a lone pair on that oxygen. So in this way we have completed how that bond formation will take place in case of carbonyl functional group. Clear to everyone? So if we consider in this structure, carbon oxygen double bond is there. As we know that electronegativity concept. What is that electronegativity? Electronegativity is nothing but the ability of atom to pull the electron pair towards itself. That is the electronegativity. So in case of that carbonyl group, okay, in that carbonyl group, oxygen and carbon, in case of these two atoms, if we consider or compare their electronegativity, oxygen is more electronegative than the carbon. So what will happen? Oxygen will pull the electron pair towards itself. So what will happen? Because of that, carbon oxygen partial negative charge will be here and here positive charge will be there on the carbon. Clear to everyone? So here we can say that this is the next one. After that we can say that carbon oxygen double bond and carbon carbon double bond. Here there is a double bond between the same atom and here there is a double bond between less and more electronegative atoms. So this bond, carbon oxygen double bond, is the stronger, shorter as well as polar bond. Clear to everyone? And as we know that this is the polar bond, means it has some dipole moment which is denoted by mu, means dipole moment of carbonyl compound is not equal to 0. So here we have completed the structure of carbonyl functional group. Hope so everyone understood that what is the bond, how it is formed, like that all the points I have covered here, their hybridization, how this overlapping will takes place, which bond is there, ionization, as well as we have seen that which bond will be the stronger, shorter as well as polar also. So in this way we have completed this point. Thank you all of you.